Have you ever noticed that your body, or even your partner's body, doesn't respond the way it used to? Maybe things that felt easy or exciting in your 40s or 50s suddenly feel different. Maybe slower. Maybe a little uncomfortable. And you start asking yourself, is this just part of getting older? Or is there something more I need to know? You see, intimacy after 60 isn't just about pleasure anymore. It's about safety. About feeling confident in your own skin. About making sure every touch, every sensation, doesn't come with unexpected pain, irritation, or risk. And yet, so many people feel embarrassed or unsure about even thinking about this. They think, oh, I'm too old for this, or worse, they ignore little warning signs that could actually protect their health and well-being. That's why this video matters. Because knowing how to approach your own sexual health safely is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about feeling in control. It's about honoring your body, your needs, and your health no matter your age. And here's what's coming up. A respected urologist is going to share the 3 biggest mistakes men and women over 60 make when masturbating. These are mistakes that could lead to pain, irritation, or even long-term issues if you're not careful. And we're not just going to name them, we're going to show you exactly how to avoid them, in simple, practical ways you can start using today. So, if you're ready to take charge of your sexual health, keep your body safe, and enjoy intimacy without worry, comment below, I'm ready. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Advice for Life, because this is the kind of information most people over 60 wish they had, but rarely talk about openly. Trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this. Mistake number 1, ignoring gentle techniques. Now, let's talk about the first big mistake, and it might surprise you just how common it is. Imagine Mr. Johnson, 65, a man who's always taken pride in staying active. He exercises regularly, goes for long walks, and has never slowed down much. But when it comes to intimacy, he tries the same intensity he did in his 30s. The same fast, strong, repetitive motions he once enjoyed. And suddenly something's off. He feels pain, discomfort, maybe even a little swelling. It catches him by surprise and he wonders, am I doing something wrong? Or is this just part of aging? Here's the truth. As we get older, your body changes in ways you might not even notice day to day. Skin becomes thinner, less elastic. Blood flow slows down. Nerve endings aren't as sensitive as they used to be. What once felt pleasurable and easy can now be painful if you're not careful. Rough or aggressive techniques, ones you might have done for decades, can lead to irritation, inflammation, or even tiny micro-tears. And these small injuries? They can set off a chain reaction you don't want. Minor infections, prostate discomfort, or even urinary issues. Now here's where most people get it wrong. Many believe it's completely harmless to do it the old way, or they think they should just push through the discomfort. Some even feel embarrassed about adjusting their technique, as if gentleness somehow diminishes their experience. But ignoring your body's signals can cause real, preventable problems. You're not too old to enjoy intimacy, you just need to respect the new rules your body is giving you. So what can you do? Start by listening. Pay attention to how your body responds. Slow down. Adjust the pressure. Try incorporating lubrication, water-based or whichever feels most comfortable, to reduce friction and protect sensitive skin. And remember, adjusting your approach doesn't mean you're giving up desire or pleasure. It means you're protecting yourself while still enjoying intimacy safely. And here's the key takeaway, the way you've done things for decades might not work forever, and that's okay. Adaptation isn't weakness, it's wisdom. And while technique is absolutely crucial, there's another mistake that even experienced adults often overlook, one that quietly undermines safety and health in ways most people don't realize. Mistake number 2, overlooking hygiene and prostate health. Now, let's move on to the second big mistake, something that often goes completely unnoticed even by people who are careful with technique. Picture Mrs. Thompson, 70 years old. She's active, she eats well, and she takes care of herself. But lately she's noticed small, nagging discomfort. Nothing extreme, just a little irritation here and there. She chalks it up to normal aging, thinking, this is just how it is at my age. But when she finally mentions it to her doctor, it turns out to be a minor infection, something completely preventable. And here's the thing, This happens far more often than people realize. As we get older, our bodies are more vulnerable. The risk of urinary tract infections rises. Prostate irritation becomes more common in men. And it's not just about cleanliness for cleanliness' sake. Not washing hands, not cleaning sex toys, or neglecting basic prostate care quietly increases your risk of infection, discomfort, and longer-term health issues. Here's a misconception most people have. They assume UTIs and minor infections are rare in older adults, or that a little discomfort will simply go away on its own. But the truth is, prevention is far safer and easier than treatment. Once an infection sets in, recovery can be slower, more complicated, and sometimes requires medications that interact with other prescriptions. A few simple habits, though, can dramatically reduce your risk. So what should you do? Start with hygiene. Wash your hands thoroughly both before and after any intimate activity. Clean sex toys carefully, following manufacturer instructions. Stay hydrated. Water helps flush your urinary tract and keeps things moving smoothly. And if you're a man, consider periodic prostate checkups, even if everything feels fine. These small actions, repeated consistently, make a huge difference for comfort, safety, and long-term health. Remember, it's not about fear, it's about empowerment. A few thoughtful steps can prevent discomfort, protect your health, and keep intimacy safe and enjoyable. And while this mistake is quietly common, there's one more mistake, often overlooked, subtle, but with a huge impact on your sexual health, and most people don't even realize it. Mistake number 3, ignoring overall health and medication effects. Finally, let's talk about the third big mistake. One that's subtle, often invisible, but can quietly change the way you experience intimacy. Meet Mr. Roberts, 72 years old. He's always been active, enjoys gardening, walks every morning, and takes pride in staying healthy. But over the past year, he's noticed something different. Sensitivity isn't the same. Stamina feels reduced. Things that used to feel pleasurable now feel muted. At first, he thought it was just aging. I guess this is what happens when you get older, he told himself. But here's what he didn't realize. The changes were linked to his medications. Mr. Roberts was taking medication for high blood pressure. Maybe he also had a prescription for mild depression or sleep issues. Many medications commonly used after 60 can affect libido, reduce sensation, or make sexual activity uncomfortable. And when you ignore this connection, you can end up frustrated, worried, or even avoiding intimacy entirely, thinking it's just your body slowing down. Here's a common misconception. People assume that sexual changes in older age are inevitable, a natural decline that they just have to accept. But often it's not just age. It's an interaction between your overall health, the medications you take, and how your body responds. Ignoring these factors can make sexual activity uncomfortable, or even unsafe in some cases. So what's the solution? Start with awareness. Pay attention to changes in sensitivity, stamina, or comfort. Keep a note of new medications and ask your doctor or pharmacist about possible sexual side effects. You don't have to stop or avoid intimacy. Sometimes small adjustments, like timing medication differently, using lubrication, or simply pacing yourself, can make a huge difference. Maintain a balanced lifestyle with regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest. And most importantly, adjust expectations. Accept that your body may respond differently now, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy intimacy safely and fully. The key takeaway here is this. Understanding these mistakes isn't just about safety. It's about reclaiming confidence, joy, and intimacy after 60. It's about knowing your body, respecting its changes, and making informed choices that let you enjoy your later years without unnecessary discomfort, fear, or frustration. And once you realize this, everything starts to shift. You move from uncertainty to control, from embarrassment to empowerment, and from caution to genuine enjoyment. And that brings us to the next part, where we address the emotional impact of these changes, and how awareness and small adjustments can make all the difference in your life and confidence. Now, let's take a moment to pause and really think about what all of this means. Watching your body change can be frustrating. It can be confusing. And yes, it can even feel a little scary at times. You might catch yourself wondering, is this normal? Am I doing something wrong? Will things ever feel the same again? These thoughts are natural, and if you've ever felt them, you're not alone. Many people over 60 struggle with these same feelings quietly in silence. But here's the thing, knowledge is power. Understanding these 3 big mistakes and knowing how to avoid them gives you something far more important than reassurance. Gives you control. Control over your body, your pleasure, your health, and your confidence. Suddenly, the uncertainty starts to fade and you realize that enjoying life fully, intimacy included, isn't just possible. It's entirely within your reach, even in your golden years. Instead of fearing the changes, think of them as opportunities. Opportunities to adapt, to listen to your body, to love yourself in new ways, to stay connected with your own desires safely and comfortably. You don't have to pretend nothing has changed, nor should you ignore subtle discomforts or small warning signs. They're not there to frighten you, they're signals from your body, guiding you towards safer, healthier practices. So take a moment today to check in with yourself. Review your habits. Notice what feels good, what feels different, and what may need adjustment. Even subtle changes can be important, and addressing them now can prevent future discomfort and help you enjoy intimacy safely. It's not about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom to enjoy, freedom to explore, and freedom to feel confident in your own skin. And here's the hopeful truth: sexual health after 60 is possible. It's safe. It can be deeply enjoyable, filled with connection and satisfaction. All it takes is awareness, patience, and a little self-care. Your body is still capable of pleasure. Your desires are still valid. And with the right knowledge and adjustments, you can continue to embrace intimacy fully, confidently, and safely. This isn't the end of your story, it's just the beginning of a wiser, more empowered chapter. And now, as we move to the final part of this video, we're going to recap everything we've learned and talk about the small, practical steps you can take today to protect your health, enjoy intimacy safely, and feel confident every step of the way. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to bring everything together and really think about what we've learned today. To recap, the 3 big mistakes to avoid if you're over 60 are: first, ignoring gentle techniques. Remember, what felt easy and pleasurable in your 30s or 40s may not work the same way now, and being rough or aggressive can cause discomfort, irritation, or even minor injuries. Second, neglecting hygiene and prostate health. Even small lapses, like not washing hands or overlooking prostate care, can lead to infections or other complications that are completely preventable. And third, overlooking your overall health and the effects of medications. Many medications, even common ones like blood pressure or antidepressants, can change how your body responds, affecting libido, sensation, and stamina. Paying attention here can make a world of difference. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these mistakes have you experienced, noticed, or maybe even ignored in your own life? Have you ever caught yourself pushing through discomfort thinking it was just part of getting older? Or maybe you've discovered small adjustments that made a huge difference. Comment below. I'd really love to hear your thoughts, experiences, and stories. Sharing your experiences can help others feel less alone and more empowered, and you never know who might read your comment and benefit from it. And if you found this video helpful or even just a little eye-opening, please consider subscribing to Elderly Advice for Life. We share practical, easy-to-apply insights that help you stay healthy, happy, and confident in your later years. Hit that like button if you learned something new today. It lets us know you want more content like this, and it helps more people discover these important tips. Finally, remember this: your body, your pleasure, and your sexual health deserve attention and care, no matter your age. Paying attention, making small adjustments, and staying aware can completely change how you experience intimacy and confidence in your golden years. Thank you so much for watching, for taking the time to care for yourself, and for being open to learning something new. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay empowered. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue to explore ways to live well, age gracefully, and enjoy every moment life has to offer.